Hi, this is Drew.
And this is John.
And this is week 12 of the devlog. So this is month 3, so we're pretty excited that we've been able to make it this far. Just make sure to like and subscribe if you want to keep watching these devlogs and get notified whenever we post a new one.
And see what we are doing so you guys know we're not, being lazy. Yeah. Regardless. So this week we're going to talk about, I think going to be kind of interesting is, what is your worst fear when you're working on games? And your answer can't be, oh, the game didn't work out or the company doesn't work out. So, ever since you embarked on this journey, Drew.
No, let's start with Josh.
Okay, I think my worst fear is that we will lose or not find that person who has a tremendous amount of faith in us. I think humans are pretty practical. If they do something, when they invest in something and they don't see a return immediately or within a certain month, they will kind of give up and say, this is probably not working. And I feel like what we're doing when we're working at home or where we're working at Starbucks at most, it's a very secluded job. So unlike most other people, when they go out and find jobs, even if they don't stick to it, they will meet friends, they will have coworkers, and they will have they will grow a social circle that they can have more chance to find that one person that have faith. So this can be family, friends, or even like a girlfriend, boyfriend thing where I think it's much harder, and my worst fear is to find someone who has just complete faith in you, and this comes from seeing how hard you work every day and knowing that you won't give up no matter how bad the situation looks. And this also can probably extend to teammates too. So that's my worst fear. And it's not about company, so it's just, socially. What about you, Drew?
My worst fear is kind of extreme, I guess, but and kind of irrational. But my worst fear is probably what happens if we lose everything, right? We lose everything that we have. We have no sort of safety net.
Wait, what's everything? What is this everything?
Money wise, or
monetary
wise. Yeah. So you lose everything that you have, right? And then there's no safety net left over, and then you don't have the ability to kind of I don't know, maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, I don't know, but you don't have the ability to kind of just keep working on something without having a something that generate that you can take care of other people with. I think that's kind of I guess would be the worst fear. I don't know if that's
kind of related to it's also
but
money, that is kind of money
it's money related, but it's not really it's not about the company failing or anything. It's more if that situation arises, what happens, in a sense,
right?
If that situation arising and then not having a backup, in a sense.
Do you think people who work outside, do you think they will have a backup? I don't know. I think it depends on the job, but I think, let's say a normal bank job, pretty good, pretty solid.
Yeah, I don't know, because after the housing crisis 2008, I don't know how reliable that is, but I feel you can get another, I don't know, even if that goes off and something happens, then you can still have that to get another one,
get another same job.
Get another job that's at a different bank or something like that.
Do you think if we everything fails and we just for some reason dumb enough to give up, and then do you think it'll be hard for us to find a game design job?
I don't know if the thing is, if we found, I don't think so, but I think if we did find one, I don't know if they would let us work on our own stuff.
They probably won't.
Yeah.
But at that point you're not
really thinking about it.
Yeah, you're scared about the safety net, right? So at that point you don't get, your creativity is no longer
relevant.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. So what you're scared of is something actually quite practical. It's not irrational at all. It's super rational.
Yeah, I guess you could say it is, but it's also kind of ridiculous. I guess so, but it's kind of ridiculous at the same time, where you're thinking you're thinking about, I guess it's very pessimistic. You're thinking about the worst thing possible to happen. I mean, not possible. I mean, there could be worse things, but worse things monetarily possible to happen that most likely wouldn't happen, but like if it does, then that's kind of the fear, I guess.
I think most people who start working on their own stuff will I don't think this is a fear that will escape from most people too. So how do you cope with it? You know that there's a chance whatever we're working on just fails like every single time. How do you push yourself forward?
I feel like I've just been so used to it now.
Used to the fear?
Yeah.
Is that some way to live?
Not even just fear, but not the fear, but like the anxiety of kind of not knowing what to do. I do, I mean, John knows, but I meditate like twice a day. That helps. But also, I think just having a goal that's not necessarily like related to money. I mean, the goal is kind of related more to making something do well, and money is kind of a secondary way for that to happen. I mean, it is a necessity for that to happen.
So this is pretty interesting. So you're working on something very creatively. Your goal is not something monetary-wise, but deep down in the back, it's money that's scaring you all the time.
Yeah. Huh. I think that's... I mean, I think if this had made, like, money, I don't think I would be as, like, scared of that, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. That's a weird fear.
Yeah. No, I would agree. I think we're lucky enough that we have some family support that can help us ease away from the fear a little bit.
Yeah.
But like I think from what my grandpa said, like once you like you just have to hit that certain amount of money, and then compared to a lot of my friends or even my cousin who's crazy like impressive, like it doesn't matter what you do, it's at the end it's really just searching for what makes your life meaningful. So even if she's like paid a crap ton, she just doesn't want to do it anymore because like every day doing that thing that you don't believe in really really eats into her soul. So like what in the end, how important is it to chase to survive, and how important it is to be satisfied creatively?
I think that's it's a tough question. I feel like you have to survive, but then if you already have that survival like for you,
but you're asking for a safety net.
Yeah, for safety net, I guess so. But I guess we kind of have a safety net right now.
Yeah.
We have the like...
We're on the safety net
currently. We're currently like laying in the safety net.
We will screw up if we don't produce something. But yeah, okay, good. I got to know you a little bit more, Drew.
Yeah.
And so that should be it for this episode. If you guys actually have any suggestions or topics about what you guys want to hear from us, please feel free to comment.
Yeah. And this is Drew.
And this is John.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.